Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make a macrame plant hanger. Something that I do, a lot of people have the S hooks and hook them on the rings onto there to make plant hangers, but I find they move around a lot. So I like to just tie mine right onto my clothing rack. Yeah, try that out to start. And now what I'm using is 5mm 3-ply cotton rope. This is from Ganex, so it's all recycled, no harmful chemicals, excellent for the environment. It's actually biodegradable. And I've cut 4 to 8 feet long, okay, and I've purposely placed those as my center 4 rope. And then I have 2 that are 11 feet long, these 2 right here. Now what you want to do, you want to place it through, making sure that the bottoms are even. I'm just noticing that one of mine isn't. And then I want to find, you'll have 2 that are quite a bit longer, but you want to make sure that their inner cords are the same length as the rest of the cords, as the shorter cords. And then just have these 2, so place the longer ones on the outer ends. And I want to use these 2 as my working rope to create the top pattern here. So these will use the most rope. That's why I want to make sure that they're quite a bit longer than the others. Okay, so we're going to do sort of a spaced out spiral knot for this. And I'll take you through the first one. Basically, it's a square knot. We're going to leave spaces in between, but we're not doing a full square knot. We're only going to be working from the left-hand side. If you're right-handed, you can do it from the right-hand side. So I'm going to go over like that. Take my other working cord behind, through the loop, and then just put it in. Now here's where I want to make sure that this top part's nice, and I want to make sure that first one is quite tight. So again, we're working from the left, back from behind with the right. Now it's going to start turning, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so I want to leave about that much space in between. Now I'm just going to continue this pattern. I can start from the other side too. I'm just going to continue that pattern until these long working ropes are the same length as the ones at the bottom. Okay, so now that I've achieved the length of spiral I want coming down, and my ends on the bottom are even, I'm going to work on my next set of knots coming out. So I'm going to be making actual full square knots this time. So I'm going to take these 4, and you want to make sure that the 4 that you choose are lined up. Like you don't want to choose 2 from this side and 2 from this side, because you just want to make sure that it comes out nicely, okay? So I'm going to take 2, I'm going to go about just over 12 inches down, over a foot down, and I'm going to make my first, I'm going to do a double square knot. Okay, now I will go the next 4 this way. Make sure that they're lined up. No, let's do doubles. Would be nicer. Then over here, so now you can see how it's going to come out, and all these tops kind of flow nicely. So this is the beginning of the end part. So now that we've done our first kind of row of double square knots, we're going to attach these bottom ones. So to do that, I'm going to find 2, and you want to make sure these are where the ropes line up, that are aligned together. Let me tighten this one. There we go. And then I'm going to take 2 from there and 2 from there, and I'm going to go down about 6, maybe 7 inches, well, 6 inches this time. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so you can see how it comes out like that. Now I'll do it to the other sides. Now I'm just going to practice with this pot, because this is the pot that, well, about the size of the pot that I'm going to be putting in here. So to just bring it up underneath. And you want to test it out and make sure that that is what's going to work for you and the pot that you're using, okay? So that's where we're at so far. I'm going to show you all the way to the top. Okay. Okay, so now that we've made sure that the pot fits and whatnot, we are going to join the bottom here so that the pot obviously doesn't fall out. And we're going to use a gathering knot to do that. But what you want to make sure that you do first is make sure that these are all nicely together, because once again, you don't want to get them crisscrossed or something, or else your pot is not going to fit in there properly, okay? So for the size pot that I was using, I'm going to go down about another 6 inches, I'd say that is. And to create the gathering knot, I've cut a piece about 2 feet long, 18 inches long maybe. I'm not sure, I didn't measure it. But this is going to make the gathering knot underneath. And again, if you want your gathering knot to be thicker and longer, cut more rope. If you want it to be shorter, just cut less rope. Okay, so we're going to start by making sure those are all lined up nicely. Okay, now I'm going to make the loop there. I'm going to hold this one into place, maybe a little shorter. And I'm just going to loop it around. Okay. And then to finish, I just brought it back through the loop. I'm going to hold that into place so it doesn't loosen up. And then we're going to pull with the top one until it's in there nice and tight. Okay? There we go. Then we're going to take some scissors and just trim it off. And then what I like to do to hide that little part is just give it one extra little tug. There. And now the top. There we go. Let's do that. Now for the moment of truth, we're going to take our pot and we're going to put it in and see if it's all lined up or if we need to make any corrections anywhere. Okay. I don't know. Looks pretty good. Let's line those out. There we go.